What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. I got a new map on it, so we're gonna use this one. So today we're looking at the Lone Star State, one of the cities. We're looking at Houston, Texas. Houston, Texas. I've been to it before. I like the city a lot. Um, this is a con video, so like 10 reasons not to move to Houston, Texas. Houston's filled with great history and stuff. It's good history. It was, it was, it's one of the main sporty cities and stuff. Because they have like the Houston Texans, the Houston Rockets and stuff. It's good on sports, have decent weather and stuff. But the city is not for everyone. Houston offers great things, but it's not for everyone. And if you want, here's my top 10 reasons not to move to Houston, Texas. Number 10, natural disasters. Houston is no stranger to natural disasters. They have floods, wildfires, hurricanes, floods, tornadoes, hailstorms, ice storms, snowstorms. Please make sure you have insurance if you're considering buying a home in Houston or renting a house. Please get insurance because hurricanes happen every year or every 2 years. And yes, they get frequent tornadoes too, but it's a lot in March and stuff. March through May is tornado season for them. Number 9, high taxes. Yes, Texas may not have no state income tax, but they have one of the highest property tax in the country, Houston. This is just a reminder also, like, Texas has one of the highest property tax in the U.S. So, it's really expensive. Just like, this is one of the things you need to know of moving to Houston, because they tax your wallet out pretty hard, so, especially property tax. Number 8, it's very spread out. Houston is huge. I'm talking like really big by area. It's like 650 square miles in area. It's really big. It's the biggest city in Texas. Everything is spread out. It's like at least like almost an hour and 30 minutes to get all through Houston. Maybe like an hour. But Houston is huge. Everything is spread out. Also, Houston, you will definitely need a car if you planning on living here. It's one of the least walkable cities too. Also, so that's a reminder. And yes, everything is like within 15 to 30 minutes also, so it's kind of like spread out like Phoenix, Arizona. It's like that, but bigger. It's a bigger city. Houston is huge. If you've never seen Houston, you'll be shocked how big it is. I've been to Houston many times. My uncle lives there. But yes, Houston is really big. I highly recommend you getting a car or a motorcycle, because you will definitely need it, and prepare to spend a lot of money on gas. Number 7, heat and humidity. Houston, Texas gets really hot, and it's really humid out. It's very humid in Houston. Like literally the average temperature, summer temperature is like 89 degrees to high 90s. Sometimes it can even get to 100 degrees. It's very hot over there. It's so muggy and humid. It's the most humid city in Texas too. Basically, Houston was built in a huge swamp. Basically, they have swamps in the outskirts, But if you thought Houston was like dry and stuff, it's not. Like it's not like El Paso or Alpine or Junction, Texas. It's humid outside. So if you thought it was a desert, you are wrong because this place is humid and swampy. Cause it's in East Texas. It's like close to Louisiana. So number 6, they are gun friendly. Now this is necessarily not a good or a bad thing. It's just to keep in mind. And if you don't like firearms or nothing, this is you're bad luck because Texas is a super gun friendly state. It's very conservative, and if this bothers you, move someplace else. Go to California or New York or something. A lot of people own gun and fire armor and stuff. You don't have to have a permit or to have an open carry, but you need to know this if you're moving to Houston or not, because I don't know if you like guns or not, but need to know this. They're a very gun friendly state and stuff. If you don't come from a place like New York, California, or anything, know this before you move here because they are super gun friendly. They're complete opposite of California. Number 5, the traffic is getting worse. The traffic in Houston is getting worse and worse with more people coming in to Houston or Texas. That means that there's a lot of rush hour traffic. Like we said earlier, that you will need to pay a lot of gas money because you'll be stuck in traffic at least 2 hours a day. Sometimes it's even broad daylight. And every major U.S. city has traffic, but Houston is getting really bad too, like L.A. bad. So just be really careful and stuff. Like and Houston has some of the worst drivers too in the U.S. So and the car insurance is pretty high there too. So be careful. Number 4, transportation. The transportation kind of sucks. Yes, they might have like buses and stuff and like trains and stuff and taxis, but it's not really that great. And I wouldn't even like take the bus to work every day and stuff because the traffic in the city is really bad, so you'll be late. I heard they are planning on building a railroad that goes from Houston to Dallas and Fort Worth. But other than that, the transportation, it's like they're trying, but it's pretty bad right now. So I think you should just buy a car or something. Number 3, crime. The crime in Houston is getting really bad. It's getting worse and worse every single year. Crimes in Houston is kind of a dangerous city. The crime rate is 91% higher than the national average. The violent crime rate in Houston is 170% higher than the national average. Like I said, it's getting really bad. There's gangs too over there. They have a gang problem in some parts of Houston. It's such a big area. They have certain parts of Houston that has gang violence. Number 2, the homeless. Houston has a huge homeless problem. There's a lot of homeless people in the streets of Houston. It's like getting to the point. It's getting to the point that they need to build more homeless shelters. It's really bad over there. Also, Houston, Texas, it might be a shocker, but Houston, Texas actually doesn't pay as well compared to other cities or states like Portland, Oregon and stuff, and like LA, San Francisco. They pay a high salary, but not in Houston. It's so sad to witness so many homeless people in this country and other parts of the world. But yes, It's really bad. I highly recommend you getting a job lined up before you move to Houston. And it's kind of expensive. It's not the cheapest place. Before we get to number one, if you want, you can hit the like, subscribe button, and bell button where you can get notifications every time I post a new video. And number one, too many people are coming in. Houston is getting really crowded very fast. Population growth is growing really fast in Texas, especially Houston. If things when people move into states this fast, things get pricey, like more expensive. You have to build more schools, more infrastructures, houses, neighborhoods, water towers. But the reason why people are moving into Texas is because it's an affordable state, but not for long. Houston's already getting expensive, and Austin the same way too. Alright, that was my top 10 reasons not to move to Houston, Texas. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like and share and comment, subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video.